I'm getting ready for this live. It's kind of nippy out here. Feels good getting some fresh air though. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Man, what do you guys got planned for this weekend? Man, comment, man. Let me know what you guys got planned for this weekend. Hopefully something fun. Hopefully getting out the house, getting out in the nature, going to the beach, going to the river, going to the lake, just going on a hike, doing something, you know what I mean? Even if it's just going to the park. Go spend some time in the garden or something, do something, you know what I mean? Get out the house, get out the house. And don't go to no mall either, you know what I mean? You get away from all that, get away from the people, get away from the madness, you know, go isolate yourself somewhere with nature where you could hear from God, you know, where you could reconnect. How you doing, Samir? Man. All right, family, we're gonna get started. A couple of administrative things first and foremost. Brain fart. I can't believe I did this on the live. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Shalom, how you doing? Family, the conference in June is coming up, man. We extended the deadline to to March 15th for the reservation and the $500. I want to say something. This is for you men, for the men. Women, if you're listening to this and you have a son, you have a nephew, a brother, cousin, whatever, husband, significant other, I'm looking at putting on some type of a conference, a man's only conference within the next month or so in Tennessee. I don't know where at yet, but that's been talked about. You know what I mean? If you know that you have a male in your life, again, your son, husband, significant other, brother, nephew, cousin, whatever, that needs to be a part of this. We're gonna have some real heart-to-heart issues. It's time that we as men start coming together and chopping it up. Man, we have to start dealing with our stuff. And again, this is not about a black thing. This is, man, I don't believe in that stupid stuff. We're family, you know what I mean? We're family. Everybody's my brother. Everybody's my sister, you know what I mean? And man, I don't care what ethnicity you are. I don't care what your religious beliefs are. I don't care what your political beliefs are. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. None of that stuff matters to me. It's time that we as men, males, came together and start having some real heart-to-heart dialogues about what's going on in our communities, what's going on in our nation, and how we can do better and how we can heal from our own traumas and dramas. And a lot of times we don't even understand the crap that we're carrying. And we take that into our relationships, and we take that and we pass that down to our kids and to our sons and to our daughters, not even knowing that we're continuing that cycle of destruction and toxicity, you know what I mean? Men, we have to come together, we have to heal. You know what I mean? The country, the world is waiting for us to come together and get beyond our issues. You know what I mean? We have to grow up. And so we're gonna go in and we're putting that together. It'll be within the next month or two, sometime in Tennessee. We're gonna have a men's only retreat where we just go in and we just boom, we go straight for the gusto, you know what I mean? We're gonna talk about what it means to be a man. We're gonna talk about dealing with your insecurities, dealing with your fears, you know what I mean? Dealing with your traumas, dealing with your abandonment issues, dealing with your codependency, dealing with love, sex, all kinds of stuff. We're gonna go in and it's gonna be life-changing. Again, if you know some male that needs to hear this, man, send me an email at elijahami.com. And let me know that you're interested or that you know people that would be interested in that. And man, we're gonna put that together. And this is just a prep for our big event in Jamaica. This is just a beginning of that. You know, we're gonna try to get together more often as far as men. You know, I wanna get with the women too, but man, we gotta get the men first. We gotta get to the men first. That being said, man, let's get started, family. Sorry, that was like a long introduction, but It's a little bit along in regards to that. Today's title, man, are you ready? Are you ready? You know, everybody talks about, man, this is our season. Everybody talks about, man, this is what's going to happen for me this year. Man, everybody's talking about, man, I'm manifesting my wife. I'm manifesting my husband. I'm manifesting my king, my queen. I'm manifesting this business. I'm manifesting this job. I'm manifesting this home. You know, I'm manifesting. And we're all talking about that stuff. But are you ready for that? You know what I mean? Are you ready for that? You know, everybody wants to receive all these things, but are you emotionally ready to handle those things? You know, because sometimes we get these things in our lives and man, we ain't really ready for it. We think we're ready, we want it, but we ain't really ready for it. And so what happens is we end up screwing it up. We so ready for love because we're so dang lonely. We ain't really ready for love. We just want love. We just want companionship. You know what I mean? Because we're tired of being alone. We're tired of seeing everybody else, quote unquote, walking around looking like they're happy. And so, man, I got to get me a relationship. Man, I'm going to manifest me a relationship. Man, I'm manifest me a job. Man, I'm going to manifest me a business. I'm going to manifest me a house. We're manifesting all this stuff. But are you ready for the things that you say you're manifesting? Are you ready? Yeah, we just jumped straight in right off the bat today. You know what I mean? We ain't got time to play no more. We ain't got time to sugarcoat nothing no more. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Are you ready for these things? Have you done the work? You know what I mean? I see so many women telling me, man, I want to have a baby. I want to have a baby and I'm ready for a baby. And it's like, hold on, time out, sister. Man, you ain't dealt with your stuff yet. You got a whole lot of trauma and drama that you carrying and that you're going to pass on to that child unaware. You're not even knowing that you're going to pass on all this drama and this baggage to this kid. You're going to have this kid screwed up from the gate. And I don't mean to be rude or disrespectful, but it is what it is. You ain't ready for a kid. I know your biological clock is ticking. I know you getting to that age where you think you 30-something, man, 20-something. Man, I got to have a kid before it's too late. Man, you better deal with your stuff first. Dudes, I know y'all, man, we got to get a woman. I got to get a woman and whoop. And man, we jump into these relationships and we ain't ready for these relationships. You ain't ready for that woman. You ain't mentally ready for that woman. You ain't financially ready for that woman. You ain't spiritually ready for that woman. How are you going to help her? How are you going to benefit her? How are you going to nurture her? And are you ready? Are you really ready for the things that you say you want? You know, man, everybody say they want a job. Everybody say they want this business and whoop. Man, it's a whole lot of responsibility that go into that. It's a whole lot of responsibility that goes into that. And if you're not ready for that, man, you're going to mess it up. You could be given a great opportunity and you'll find a way to screw it up because you haven't dealt with your issues yet. You haven't resolved some stuff yet. What's up, Everwonder? You haven't resolved your issues yet. And that's not to say that you got to be perfect, but man, you got to have dealt with a lot of your stuff. We have to grow up. Are you ready for the things you say you want? Are you really ready for that? Just spend this weekend and just meditate on that for a while. You know, because everybody's ready. You know what I mean? Everybody wants this. Everybody wants love. Everybody wants companionship. Everybody wants money. Man, with money comes responsibility. Are you ready for that money? Are you ready for those millions? Do you have the education of how to handle those millions? Do you understand the principles of investing? Do you understand the principles of making money work for you while you sleep? If you don't understand that, then you ain't ready for that money. You want it, but you ain't ready for it. Do you understand the importance of being able to take what you have and invest it back into the community? I see everybody wants all the millions. Everybody wants these billions. Everybody wants hundreds of thousands of dollars. And man, what we gonna do? We're gonna go blow it on a stupid house that ain't worth it. We're gonna go blow it on some stupid cars and some stupid stuff. Are you ready for the things you really want? Do you have the education to go with it? Do you have the spiritual understanding to go with what you want? To want something is one thing. To say you're ready for something, man, I don't think we really understand what that is. It's like we said we turn 18, we grown. We 21, we grown. Nah, you ain't grown. You legally grown, but you ain't mentally grown. You ain't spiritually grown. You ain't emotionally grown. You ain't ready. There's a whole lot of us in our 30s and 40s and 50s that still ain't ready for a relationship. We grown. We got kids and we don't screw them up. We got kids, but we ain't ready. We ain't never been ready because we ain't never dealt with our stuff. Are you ready? Are you ready? What do you bring to the table? You want a relationship? What do you bring to the table? And I'm not talking about just sex. What do you bring to the table? You can get sex anywhere. What do you bring to the table? See, I'm not looking for a woman who think that, man, I'm the bomb at sex and I'm the bomb at this and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Man, okay, been there, done that, had all of that. I don't care. It takes more than that to make a relationship go. It takes more than that to keep a relationship healthy. And I don't care how bad at sex you think you are. I don't care how the bomb or how all that you think you are with your body. It takes more than that to keep a man. It takes more than that to keep a woman. Your body ain't gonna keep no dude. You can have the baddest body in the world and he gonna cheat on you. You can have the baddest body in the world and he ain't got time for you. He gonna leave you. You can be the baddest porn star in this side of the Mississippi. It don't matter. You ain't gonna keep a man with just your body. Dudes, you ain't gonna keep no woman with just no money. You can be yoked up all you want to. The nicest ride, all of that. It don't matter. She's still gonna cheat if you ain't got nothing else to bring to the table. She's still gonna leave you if you ain't got nothing else to bring to the table. And so when we talk about what you bringing to the table, most of us, we get superficial right off the bat. Oh, I got this type of car, my pockets is this deep, I got this type of bank account, and man, I live over here, and I got this type of house, and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, and man, my flat screen is 72 inches, and blah, blah, blah. We talk all this stupid, superficial crap. Man, I got all these gats, I got an AR, I got a 9, I got a 45, I got a Glide, I got this, the protector, and I got a shotty, and da-da-da. We got all this stupid stuff. But you ain't said nothing about what you got up here. And you can have all the education up here, but if you don't have the spirituality, if you ain't dealt with your emotions, your education ain't gonna do you no good. I'm gonna say that again. You can have all the education you want. All the education you want. If you haven't dealt with your traumas and your drama and the sufferings and the things you've gone through in your life, all the education is not going to save you. All the education is not going to give you a woman. All the education is not going to keep your relationship together. Are you ready? Have you put in the work? Have you put in the work to prepare yourself for a woman? Have you put in the work to prepare yourself for your king? If you was to see your queen today, are you physically ready? Are you emotionally ready? Are you intellectually ready? Are you financially ready? If you used to see your king walking down or driving up, are you ready to meet him right now? Or do you got to go in and put on your wig and put on your eyelashes? Do you got to go in and get yourself all made up? Are you ready? See, the great majority of us, we ain't really ready to have these conversations. We don't want to talk about this stuff, man. You're doing too much. You know what I mean? And let's talk about doing too much. Family, the great majority of you, y'all doing too much. You doing too much. And what do I mean by that? You doing too much? Man, you doing too much of stupid stuff. You ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. You ain't doing what you should be doing. You doing all that unnecessary stuff. You doing all that foolish stuff. Women, if you think you got to show your tail to get your dude, to get your king, you doing too much. If you got to be standing in front of him gyrating and all that other stuff, revealing all your body parts and all that to get entice him, you doing too much. You doing too much. If you think you got to dress all provocative to get you a man, you doing too much. You ain't gonna get no man. You gonna get a boy in a male body, but you ain't gonna get no king. I promise you that. You ain't gonna get no man. I don't care how old he is. I don't care what he have. He ain't no man. You doing too much. Brothers, if you think you got to pull up and just drop down a stack and drop down some money and that's what's going to get you a woman, man, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. But you ain't doing enough of what you should be doing. If you think you got to be yoked up with all these tattoos, man, I got tattoos. I like working out. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. I love tattoos. But it ain't about my body that's going to get a woman. That might get her attention. And let's talk about that, family, because we talking about, are you ready? It's easy to get somebody's attention. It's easy to look good. And man, and they be attracted to you. That's easy. That don't take no work. That ain't nothing. That ain't no big deal. Just because you yoked up or you got a nice body, man, okay, that's just step one. Just step one. You take care of your body. Kudos, I salute you. That's important. That's important. I'm not knocking that. I'm not minimizing that. That's very important. That's very crucial. But that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. What are you doing for this up here? See, because so many of us, we work out and we yoked up and da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? And women work out, they look nice and woo-doo-woo-doo. Man, but that's all they got. That's all y'all got. You got a nice body. You eye candy. But then when we sit down and have a conversation, man, you dumber than a box of rocks. You ain't got nothing of substance to you. You ain't dealt with nothing. You want to sit here and talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z and the Super Bowl halftime show. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. I don't give a damn about none of them people on there. Yeah, I know what's her name was on there. Mary J. Blige was on there. I don't care. I don't watch that shit. I don't. To each their own. Do you? You know what I mean? I'm not condemning people for that. But we have to grow up. Where do you spend all your time at? What's most important to you? You know what I mean? How much time do you invest in your mental capacity? How much time do you invest in your spirituality? How much time do you invest in dealing with your stuff? See, the great majority of us, man, we go to work, we get off work and we go work out. And we think that, oh man, I'm yoked up and I'm da-da-da. Man, I got a nice physique and da-da-da. And man, guys looking at me and they looking at my body and da-da-da-da. Okay, so what? Who cares? Who cares? There's more than that. I used to tell young men all the time, it's easy to get a woman. And it is. It's easy to get a woman. It's easy to get a dude. Can you keep them? Can you keep them? It's easy to get somebody interested in you. Do you have the intelligence? Do you have the mental capacity? Do you have the emotional capacity and spiritual capacity to keep the conversation going? Do you have what it takes to keep them in love with you? Do you have what it takes to keep them interested in you? And I'm not talking about just sex. I'm not talking about just you cooking for them. See, so many of us, we want to be swept off our feet sexually. Man, that brother got down there and put the work in. Man, that's just a deal. Whoo! You know, we want to talk about stupid stuff like that. And man, now we blown away. Man, now we in love. Just because they don't put some work in. Some sexual work. Now we in love. Now, man, this is my queen. This is my king, man, boy, girl. Now you want to elevate him to king status. Now you want to elevate this girl to queen status. And they have peasant mentality. They have a peasant mind frame. They're broke spiritually. They're devastated emotionally. They look like a grown woman. They have sex like a grown woman. But emotionally, they're 5 years old. Spiritually, they might be 6 or 7. What the hell are you going to do with that? You got this dude look good. He a thug. He'll protect you. But he won't provide for you. He'll protect you and he got a nice ride. But he can't help stimulate your mind. He can't take you to the next level spiritually. He can't even take you to the next level intellectually. But if you want to talk about football, you want to talk about basketball, if you want to talk about flipping stuff on the streets, oh, that's the one. That's the one. That ain't a king. That ain't king material. I don't care how he look. I don't care how hard he is. That's not king material. And the truth be told, you ain't queen material. We have to grow up. Are you ready? Are you ready to go to the next level? Are you ready to go to the next season of your life? Are you ready to go to the next stage of your life? Most of us, be honest, man, we're comfortable. We're comfortable right where we at. And so we stay there. And we stay there for years. For years in the same place, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually, never growing up. Are you ready? My hope and prayer is that you take today, you take this weekend, and you spend some time by yourself, communicating with God, getting an understanding of who you really are. Understanding, man, I got some stuff that I ain't really dealt with. Man, I got some stuff that, man, it's just, I'm stuck. I've been stuck for 5 years. I've been stuck for 10 years. Man, I've been stuck since I was a kid. Man, I've been stuck since I got molested. Man, I've been stuck since I got raped. Man, I've been stuck since my daddy left me. Man, I've been stuck since my mama beat me and did this and did this. Since my mama chose this knucklehead over me and my brothers and sisters. Man, I've been stuck. And most of us have been stuck. And we don't know how to get unstuck. We don't know how to get unstuck. And if that's you, and that's the great majority of us, we're stuck. We're stuck. We don't want to acknowledge it. We're stuck financially. Man, I can't get nothing. You know what I mean? Man, I'm living from paycheck to paycheck. I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. I can't never get ahead. You stuck. You stuck. Man, I'm in this dead-end relationship. Man, he ain't doing nothing. She ain't doing nothing. We constantly fighting. We constantly bumping heads. We constantly arguing. Man, you stuck. You stuck. You stuck. Are you ready to go to that next level? How much do you value your life? How much do you value being able to move on to that next level? How much do you value being able to move beyond where you're at? See, because most of us, man, I can't even imagine how much money y'all spent for these Super Bowl parties. What am I talking about? Man, I know people that spend hundreds of dollars, hundreds, for some food and snacks and alcohol and bud and all this other stuff. To watch the game, they have all the homies there. They have all the girls there. To watch this game. Spent money we didn't have. To entertain people. And we'll do it for these big fights, these big MMA fights. We'll do it for these big boxing fights. We'll do it for the NBA finals. We'll do it for the all-star games. We'll do it for all this stuff. We'll go all out. But we won't take that same money and invest that money into our own growth and development. We won't take that same money and invest that to get us unstuck. Not even understanding that by getting unstuck, man, I'm free, I'm liberated. Money doesn't become an issue anymore. Man, once I get unstuck, I'm creative to get all the money I want. Once I get unstuck, I'm free to be all that I'm capable of being. To be unstuck, man, I can have all the businesses. I have the power and the ability to do all the things that I came here to do. But I have to get unstuck. But we won't get unstuck. How bad do you want it? Do you really want to get unstuck? Are you ready to go? Are you ready to grow? Are you ready to go to that next level? Or are you just like most people, we just yeah, ain't really about that life. You talk growth and development, but you ain't about that life. You talk spirituality, but you ain't about that life. It's a cliche to you. It's a fad. Are you ready? See, because when you're ready, you put in the work. When you're ready, man, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. And when I say you got to be ready, man, you can't be playing with this. You can't be playing with this. Because when you playing with it, you're going to stay right where you at. You're really comfortable. You want more, but you don't want to put in the work to get more. You want more, but you think it should just be given to you. You want more, but yeah, I don't want to get uncomfortable. You're sitting there right now and you're breathing. You're not even mindful of your breath. You're not even thinking about your breathing, but you're breathing. How bad do you want to, how bad do you got to have this growth and development? How bad do you want to, do you have to feel to be able to go to this next level? How bad do you want it? Man, you got to want it like your next breath. It has to be as important to you as your next breath. See, we don't even realize how important our breathing is. We take it for granted, just like we take life for granted, just like we take growth and development for granted, just like we take everything around us for granted. We take everything for granted, not even understanding the moment, not even understanding that the next second your breath can be cut off. You can't do nothing without that next breath. You don't even think about breathing, and you breathe. The power of now, I talk about that a lot. You don't even think about breathing, but you're always breathing. You take it for granted. Family, you have to want to get to that next level. Like a drowning man wants air. Like a man been submerged on the water, just wanting fresh air, one more breath. Just one more breath. I'm not thinking about nothing else. I'm not thinking about my kids right now. I'm thinking about just another breath. I need one more breath just to get my head above water. I'm not thinking about the queen in my life. I'm not thinking about meeting the queen, the king. I'm not thinking about none of that shit. I'm not thinking about getting millions. I just need some air. I'm dying and I need some air. I'm drowning and I need some air. And so many of us, we're drowning, we're dying, we're suffocating. And we need some fresh air. We need some fresh air. My hope and prayer is that you take this time and get your priorities straight. You take some time and you refocus some things in your life. You take some time and you understand that, man, it's not about the king. It's not about the queen. It's not about my family and all that other stuff. It's not about the millions and the business opportunities. It's not about any of that stuff. It's not about my legacy. It's about me taking care of me right now. Because if I don't take care of me right now, to hell with my legacy. If I don't take care of me right now, to hell with my queen. If I don't take care of me right now, to hell with my king. To hell with the business opportunities and everything else. I'm not going to get that if I don't take care of me right here, right now. Are you ready? Are you ready to make those difficult decisions? Are you ready to make those difficult choices? Are you ready? See, because if you don't make those choices, you're making those choices. If you don't make the choice to grow up, you're making a choice to stay immature. If you don't make the choice to say, man, I want to go to the next level, I'm going to do what I got to do to get to the next level, you're making the choice to stay stagnant. You're making the choice to stay comfortable and to stay in the hellhole that you're in right here, right now. If you don't make the choice to be mindful of your thoughts, you're making the choice to stay distracted. If you don't make the choice to say, man, I need to deal with my issues, man, you're making the choice to keep ignoring them. You're always making a choice. Always. Are you ready? Are you ready? My hope and prayer is that you get to know you. That you fall in love with you. Because when you fall in love with you, man, you're not going to allow people to waste your time. When you fall in love with you, you don't allow yourself to stay stagnant. When you fall in love with you, you don't allow yourself to stay comfortable. When you fall in love with you, you don't allow your trauma, your drama, and your past to keep you stuck. When you fall in love with you, you don't get stuck and stay stuck. When you fall in love with you, you take care of your body, you take care of your mind, you take care of your spiritual growth and development. When you fall in love with you, man, everything else is magical. Everything else around you is mystical. When you fall in love with you, man, you walk in your purpose. But you have to fall in love with you. You have to know who you are. And the truth be told, the great majority of us don't even know who we are. We have no concept of why we're here. And so we play games. We entertain everybody. We're seeking validation from everybody. Because we don't know who we are. We don't know why we're here. Man, family, we have to grow up. We came here to change the world. You can't change the world until you change you. You have to fix you. You can't fix your queen. You got to fix you. You can't fix your kids. You got to fix you. I'm going to share a story with you, and I'm going to wrap this up. One day there was a young man, came home from work, and he had promised his son that he'd take him out catch and play catch with him. And so the little boy was so excited, man, his dad's been at work all week, and man, my dad is Friday. My dad's finally gonna be able to spend some time with me. We're gonna be able to go out and play catch, and he promised to take me out and get some ice cream after that, and all this other stuff, right? man, my dad, he's the greatest. He's the best dad ever. And he's going to spend time with me. And we're going to do this and we're going to do this and all this other stuff, right? This little kid just wakes up in the morning. He's waiting for his dad to come home. He's looking forward to his dad coming home. He's ate his bowl of cereal. Man, he's ready. He's pumped. He's dressed. He's brushed his teeth. He's ready, waiting for his dad to come home. Dad comes home from work. Little boy runs up to him, grabs him by his leg. Man, Dad, I love you. I miss you. Man, Dad, I got my glove. I got the ball. Are you ready, Dad? Are you ready? You ready, Dad? And Dad says, son, I'm tired. I'm tired. Just give me a few minutes. Just give me a few minutes. Let me go to my room. Let me change clothes for a minute. Let me change clothes. And I promise I'll take you play catch and we'll go get some ice cream afterwards. The little boy's like, okay, Dad, okay. He goes sits on the couch. Dad goes in the room. He's had a hard day at work. A hell of a day at work. This close from getting fired. A hell of a day at work. He sits down, pulls out a box, start rolling up a blunt, right? He's sitting there. He says, y'all know how we do. I don't do it no more. I used to do it when I was a kid. But he's stressed out. He's tired. He's just trying to get himself together. Little boy comes knocking on the door. Daddy, 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 are you ready? Are you ready? The father yells to him, no, not yet. Give me 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, son. Little boy walks away with his head down. He's not as excited anymore. He's not as happy as he was anymore. He goes, sits on the couch. The father's still taking in the blunt. Little boy waits. Comes knocking on the door 10 minutes later. Daddy, 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 it's time, it's time, it's time. Are you ready, Daddy? Are you ready, Daddy? Are you ready, Daddy? Can we go now? Can we go now? Dad's, no, son, no. Just give me 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. The little boy's broken. He's heard this story. He's lived this story so many times. Rejection kicks in. He walks away. He doesn't believe his dad. "20 minutes later, the little boy just opens up his dad's room, walks in. Dad, are we gonna go? The dad is done. He's frustrated. He's done. In this paper, in his box of stuff, is a magazine. He sees a picture of this world, of a globe, tears it up, gives it to his son. I tell you what, you put this together, and as soon as you put this globe back together, bring it to me. I'll give you $5, and we'll go play catch. I'll take you get some ice cream, and I'll get you some candy too. The little boy's excited. He's perked up, man. He's gonna get some money too, and some candy. Man, he takes a piece of paper, goes out, he sits there, and he's trying to put the globe together. He's trying to put the globe together. He can't put the globe together. He can't put the globe together. Man, it's too many pieces. He's frustrated. He doesn't know how to put the globe together. And he just throws it. And as he's looking at the paper, he sees body parts. And he grabs all the paper. And he puts this man together. Flips it over, and the globe is together. He brings it back to his dad. He tapes it all up, takes it back to his dad. Dad, Daddy. And he's holding up the piece of paper, showing the dad the world. And the dad is, how'd you do that so quick? What did you do? How'd you do that so quick? And the son said, Dad, I didn't put the world together. I put the man together. And when I put the man together, the world came together. Family, we have to grow up. Man, hear my cry, hear my plea. We have to grow up. We can't fix the world. We can't solve the world problems until we solve our own problems. We can't solve the community problems until we solve our own emotional problems. We have to fix us. We have to heal ourselves before we can become healers and help other people heal. We have to heal the little boy within us. We have to heal the little girl within us. And when we heal the little girl within us, when we heal the little boy within us, then we're able to heal the other little people. We're able to show everybody else that they can heal. We give them the power to heal themselves. We show them that they can heal themselves. They don't have to stay stuck anymore. That's a lie of our ego. That's a lie of humanity. That's a lie of these doctors. That's a lie of these corporations telling us you gotta stay this way. Here, just take these pills. Just take these pills and just cope with it. There's a brother on here, man, he said something to me the other day. More meditation and less medication. I'm gonna say it again. More meditation and less medication. When we get ourselves together, man, we can heal the world. When we get ourselves together, we can heal our families. When we get ourselves together, we can heal our communities. When we get ourselves together, we can heal our countries. But we gotta fix us. We're so focused and fixated on all the other problems. We're so focused and fixated on what everybody else is doing and all the drama and trauma going on in the world. Forget all of that. Forget all of that. It's time to meditate more. It's time to understand who you are. It's time to heal you. Heal you. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.